How you doing, YouTube? It's Will from Little Development. It's my 324th weekly update. So, back on the wagon a little bit this week. Things are going a little bit better. I don't recall if last week was the bad week or if I'm kind of mixing my days and weeks, but things are moving in the right direction again. I had to do a kind of a deload week, and I will be slowly working back into things again. Continue to slowly work back into things next week. As everything goes. And when I say that, I mean last week was kind of rough. Everything hit sort of a wall. No, it was Monday because I did yoke and farmers over the weekend and went heavier than I probably would have liked to, or maybe even should have. But I didn't hurt myself on the yoke, and I didn't hurt myself on the farmers. 250 per hand on farmers, which is awesome because it's like 50 pounds over body weight per hand, which I believe is a PR for me, because I think last time I ever did any more weight, I weighed more too. So it's always a good thing when you can weigh less but move more. I like that kind of stuff. That's cool. But yeah, it was 250 per hand on the farmers, and then yoke was like 550, I think, and that actually wasn't too bad. A little unstable, but I did finish it. It was a nice steady move. Could have been faster, but you know, it is what it is. Monday when I came back in, man, it was rough. I ended up only going up to like 245 on squats because it was just that bad. Everything was still so broken and weak, and I was like, okay, take the hint, that's cool. And they were also really ugly too, like all of them. So I just did some rep work and just sort of, you know, just made it happen. And deadlifts were bad too. At 315 was like, whoa. And so I said, all right, cool, I can take a hint. And I just did a little bit of accessory work and then played with some stones a little bit. Luckily, those didn't suffer. The weight that I was working with so light, it was 160 stones, so it's nothing too crazy. I was doing sets of 5 with it, just picking and bringing it up as high as I could, extending as much as I could with it. Which is good, though, because, I mean, you know, a few weeks ago I could barely do the 160 for even more than one, so it's, you know, I'm getting better at them, and I'm glad at that. I'm glad with that. Tuesday, press work, I knew would be a little rough because everything was still feeling kind of weak and kind of meh. So I did a lot of work in like the 175 range, and then things were moving pretty okay, so I said, you know, let me just go for a little bit more. I want to hit a single like 195. I want to make sure I can still hit that, because I need to keep touching these heavier weights, especially since I'm only overhead pressing heavy once a week. And it took 2 tries, but I did get the 195, so I was like, okay, cool. And when I did get it, it was easy. It was just, you know, working on my timing and stuff like that. My timing on the push press is still a little off. But I'm getting better with it, so there's that. Wednesday was off. Thursday, yesterday, squats and deads again. Went a lot better. The weight didn't feel as bad on my back. It really didn't feel bad at all. And my form on everything was really good. Ended up just going to a little 315, just nice and easy, nothing too crazy. Hit that for like 3 singles. And each one of those were good. Only on like the third one did it kind of pull me forward a little bit, and I went, okay, that's fine. And then deadlifts, did a little bit of work around the 360 range, and then hit a single at 405, and it moved pretty well, so I was happy with that. And then did a set of 5 with the 160 stone, full extensions, and then did my picked the 200 4 times and lapped it 4 times, and then tried to stand up with it all 4 times, and the highest I got was like here on one of the reps. And that's fine. That's an okay place to be. It's just slow moving, and eventually I will be repping that out like I am with the 160, so I am not upset at that at all. And then tonight was bench night, and hit a wall right around 5:30 today. Just no energy, no anything. I didn't feel weak, but I just didn't feel any kind of go in me at all. So I said, all right, played a little conservatively, and I said I want to do pause presses this week because I did touch and goes last week, so Pause pressing, did sets of 3 at 250, 3 sets of 3 at 250 as a top set, and a little bit of rep work with touch and goes at 230. And that's honestly, it's good because when you look back, the first time I did pause presses, I was doing sets of 3 with 245, so we're 5 pounds up, and they actually felt easier than I remember the 245s being, so it's good. I'm trying to do sort of alternating types of bench, because the bench is just there for me to overload my triceps a little more, and a little extra chest never hurt anybody. Especially on movements like the log, where you end up kind of leaning back and doing it, or as I'm more than likely going to be doing in the Orlando Strongman with the stone press. It's impossible to press a stone here. You have no choice but to sort of lay back with it. So having that extra chest, where if I can kind of get into that position here, and then I know I can press just about anything, we're good. I'm going to start incorporating a little more incline press at that angle. Try to mimic that angle that gets made when I do the sort of lay back and press. And so I want to do some more sort of strict pressing in that angle. Also going to be pouring a pressing block probably maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend, we'll see. I have some materials laying around that'll work, but normally I like to use fiber reinforced concrete for blocks just because there's sharp edges and I want to try to limit the amount of flex in it, or give it the ability to flex when it's dropped. Unlike Atlas stones, they're spherical, so generally they can take a bit more of a beating as compared to something that's rectangular in nature. It just is the way it is. So yeah, things looked up. This Saturday, meaning tomorrow, I am definitely going to be taking it easier than I did last week. Probably end up doing some press work, probably with the log, just because I haven't touched it in a few weeks, or the axle even, because I haven't touched that in even longer. And then I'll probably do some accessory work for hamstrings and stuff like that. Love RDLs, maybe I'll do some single RDLs or something like that. And then probably going to finish it up with the bear squat, because I haven't touched it all week, mostly because of time and fatigue. I just felt so beat that it was just like, it's just not happening. So I'll do some rep work over there on that, just so I get like a third squat day, basically. And it's an accessory to the squat, so. And I'll actually use it as the squat function, not the hack squat like I normally would, just because I feel like another squat day. Bit of a back twinge, flared up a couple weeks ago. It's been going up and down. I just, because I had so many months of pain-free, I know that if I just keep going and just, not necessarily ignore it, but just know that it's not going to kill me and that it's going to just get better if I just keep doing what I'm doing, because that's what helped it before. Once I finally figured out what the right doing was, and just go from there. Working on some pretty exciting things for the new year, hoping to throw some new things out next year. I've been working on it this week. There's some stuff I have to do in order for it to get completed, but I'm making some moves with the stones as well as will development in general. It's not a new direction, it's just something I probably should have done a long time ago, and I'm sort of finally getting on top of it. 6 years in, here we are, right? So there's that. So look forward to those announcements. I'll announce them when everything's ready. Hopefully I'll have some time this weekend to work on that stone video I've been promising forever now, and the block video too. I need to re-record the VO on that. And once I'm done with all that, you'll be the first to know, and it'll be released, so look forward to that. And if you don't, no, you know what? Know that even if you are injured, it's not the end of the world, and movement is generally the best thing for you. If you don't know that, and don't understand that, and keep that in mind, then what's your excuse?